Maurice Bay here. Welcome to The Helpful Entrepreneur, and this is the channel to give creative entrepreneurs the ideas, the inspiration, the motivation, and the guidance that you guys need to launch your online endeavors. Now, by the end of this short video, you are going to understand value creation in a way that you probably have never understood it before. Now, before we get started here, I just want to let you know that I am not in no way, I'm not a guru. I am a practitioner. I am someone that's in the field. And so from the perspective of someone that's going down this path as well, I know as a creative entrepreneur, sometimes we struggle for guidance and ideas and motivation and inspiration to move forward with our creative endeavors. And so in this video, I'm going to give you some things to consider. Okay. Everything that I'm going to give you is just some things for you to consider. In understanding how to get attention online and understanding how to get your ideas, whatever it is that you're doing, in front of the ideal audience, the ideal person that it can help, and how to translate what you're giving them, how to translate that into money. That's essentially what we're going to talk about here in this video. And again, I want to reiterate, by the end of this video, you're going to see value creation in a way that you probably have never understood it before. So with that being said, let's go to work. Okay. So for a creative entrepreneur, and I speak from first person perspective, one of the biggest things that we deal with is creating value and exchanging that value for some other form of value, probably in the form of money. Now, just to put this whole thing in context, I have a friend that we're in a mastermind together, and we're bouncing ideas off of each other about how to start our creative endeavor online. And one thing my friend says that I know that I have found myself saying several times in the past is, in the launch phase, I ask him continuously. I say, we're talking about, pricing the services and how you're going to find potential clients. And I suggest to him that it's best to try to give away some type of value without charging any money for it. Give away some sort of value for free in order to attract the ideal client. This is essentially called a lead magnet. And so when I ask him about this, one of the things that he says is, it's going to be difficult for me to come up with something free to give someone because my time is valuable. What I'm putting into this is valuable. And so what it sounds like he's actually saying is he's struggling with giving away something for free to get a client, because he feels like if he puts time and energy into something, he should see an exchange of value. And I've thought that myself before, and maybe you as a content creator, as a creative entrepreneur, deal with this as well. But again, I want to give you some things to consider if this is something that you are dealing with. I told my friend that, in short, in my opinion, from my perspective, attention is energy. Attention is energy. And that is crucial, okay? Because if you put time into creating something and you want to get it in front of someone and you're expecting to be compensated in the form of currency or money, okay? And so if you can't be compensated in the form of currency or money, you don't want to do the exchange, you don't want to do the transaction. You need to consider that attention is energy, okay? Currency, money is energy, but that's just one form of energy. Attention is energy as well. And so the reason that is so relevant is because, first of all, you need to understand that just because a person doesn't give you money doesn't mean that they're not giving you energy. Okay? Attention is energy. I put energy, time, and attention into creating this video for you, the viewer. that's watching right now. If you are still watching at this point, that means that you are reciprocating the energy that I gave, that I put out. You're reciprocating that energy, not in the form of currency, but in the form of attention. So I generated the energy, I put the time and the energy and the effort into creating this video, and you reciprocate that energy, you send it back to me by giving me your attention. Now, imagine, just stop right there, because what I just now gave you was an absolute nugget. Because imagine if you had the ability, imagine if you could allow yourself, just consider that you could allow yourself to see the attention that others give you as being a valuable form of currency. Consider the fact that consider the idea that the attention that you are getting in return for putting out your product, your value that you put out. Consider the idea that the attention that you're getting in return is just as valuable, if not more, than currency, than money. And so that means that even though I'm advising my friend to give away something for free, I'm actually only advising him to give away something at no charge. And I'm asking him to understand that if he's giving away something at no charge and someone looks at it and consumes it and gets benefit from it, that means that they have given him the attention. They have given him the energy back. Okay. So hopefully you understand that. All right. So when you give someone your time and your product and your value, when they give you back attention, that is a value exchange. It's the same degree of a value exchange as someone buying something from the store. You have to understand that. Now, here's the next part of this. When someone gives you their attention, you then have the opportunity to convert that attention, that energy, into something else. You have to think about it. There is a buying process that takes place, okay? People typically won't go from not knowing who you are to buying what you have all at one time. It is a process, okay? First, they have to find out that you are offering what it is that you're offering. Then they also have to feel that what you are offering can help them. They also need to consume what you're offering so that they can get the help. They also need to be familiar with you. All of these are steps that has to happen before an individual will give you money. But if you just go to the currency exchange, I'm giving out a product and I expect money in the form of currency in exchange, then to me, you're missing a lot of the steps that comes when that's involved in creating value, generating value, and exchanging that value for some other form of energy. There's a reason why you are willing to give $3 for the bread at the grocery store. There's a reason why I was willing to give $20 for this hat that's on my head. Obviously, I wanted the hat more than I wanted the $20. So again, we're only talking about a value exchange, okay? To me, when you understand what I'm talking about right now, when you understand this, then you're not chasing money. You're looking to become more valuable because you understand the more value you put out in the form of energy, the more attention has to come back, okay? That's a law, all right? Now, when the attention comes back, then the key becomes converting that attention in one form of energy to money in another form of energy. And that's where time factors in. Because if a person is giving you their attention over time, convincing them that you can actually help them, convincing them that the energy that they are giving you in the form of attention, convincing them or getting them to see that energy that they are giving you in the form of attention is more valuable than the money that you're going to eventually ask them for in exchange. When you can get a person to that point, they will give you money for what you are offering them, just as easy as you and I give $3 for the loaf of bread that we're going to buy at the store. Simply put, we want the bread more than we want the $3. The bread has more value to us than the $3. When you can figure out how to offer more value than you are asking for in return, that is key. When you can treat a person's attention like it is currency. See, most people feel if you only give them attention, you haven't earned their time. But consider allowing yourself to treat a person's attention like money. Now the people that give you attention, they feel like they're getting the same experience that they would as if they had literally bought something, even though they haven't put out any money. This convinces your viewer that you are valuable. Okay. And again, after you get through time, your viewer to understand that what you're doing is valuable to them, it becomes a lot easier and simpler to convert the attention that they gave you, the energy that they gave you, to another form of energy, currency / money. The whole thing is about a value exchange and about understanding and being willing to offer value, to offer massive value essentially at a discount. Okay. Several years ago, when I was dabbling, if you will, with wholesaling real estate, I got a few contracts. I got a few properties under contract. I was never able to flip one. Okay. I was never able to get anybody to buy one of my contracts. And the reason I was never able to get anybody to buy one of my contracts is because my contracts were not valuable enough. The price that I was asking for them did not meet or exceed the value that they offered. A friend of mine at that time told me, listen, dude, if you bring value to the table, and we're dealing with wholesale real estate at this point, he's like, if you bring value to the table, you don't have to shop that property around to many buyers if it's really valuable. Okay. And it's the same way when you're offering value to people online. When you're truly offering value, you don't have to go out of your way too much for others to be able to see it as value and give you back their attention. And remember, when they do that, that is the equivalent to a paid transaction. So you need to treat a person's attention just like they gave you money.
Closed mouths don't get fed on this boulevard.